Hello teachers, in this video I'm going to show you the ins and outs of family access for Seesaw. And it is important to note right off the bat that students access Seesaw through the Seesaw Class app. If you're using iOS or Android, families would access Seesaw through the Seesaw Family app. That would be to view their students' work, their child's work, to also get notifications about their child's work, or messages from the teacher, messages from the school. So from a Chromebook, it doesn't really matter for students. They just log into Seesaw and that's where they're going to do their work. But for families, most families will be accessing Seesaw from a mobile device, on a phone or iPad or that kind of device. So they need to make sure they have the Seesaw Family app. So here's how this would work. So if I go to the gear icon, class settings, if I scroll down below students, I have this families section right here. Now, if the enable family access is turned off, we're going to click that button to turn it on. And now I have some choices. I can invite families, manage families. Here's my pending family approvals, and then some other settings that are related to families. So if I click invite families, you can print invites. You can share an invite link. When I do that, I can choose what language I want the invites printed in, and it's going to pop up a new page for me that I can print off and send in students' notebook, or send in students' mailboxes. Here's the actual invitation. So it's as easy as parents just, once they have the Seesaw Family app, actually just scanning that QR code, or there's some different ways they can do that. They can type in the code. So pretty handy there. I can also share an invite link. Here's the invite link to join this class. I can copy the link and email it that way. Okay. So here you see the kind of the invites that are out there right now, and whether or not for each student, and whether or not we're connected or not. So in this example, student 1 has a family member, and here's the email address, and it shows them as being connected. You can add more family members if you want to add mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, things like that. Shows if you have pending ones, and if whether or not they've actually connected yet or not. So there's the invites. If I go back here to families, I can manage my families. So here it shows all the students in class and who is connected with families and who hasn't connected yet. If I click on that, I can there's some individual settings here for those parents. I can remove them from the class if I need to. I can click out of that, and now I can go to pending family approvals. There's no pending family approvals in this class. And then this last section right here, some further settings for control for teachers. So I can enable family sharing, so that a parent could have a choice to share their student work in a number of ways if they wanted to. Family likes, if you want to enable family members to be able to like students' posts. Enable family comments, and then I would definitely recommend that this button be checked, so that any comments that are made from a parent or from a family member on a student's piece of work in a student's journal, that you have to approve it. So that would be something that would be important to consider. It's also important to note that the family member only sees the work of their individual student. They cannot see the work of other students in the class that don't belong, that aren't a member of that family. So it is private in that way, which is important to note. So that is the gist of how setting up the family sharing, family access works in Seesaw. You access that once again through the class settings wrench here, and you scroll down to families. So that is how that works. Now, it would also be important to make sure right above families, you want to make sure that you have this box unchecked. And this is just a reminder because it's important. Students can see each other's work. You want to make sure that's unchecked, so that when a student is working at home remotely, that that just prevents a parent from, being able to look over their child's shoulder and see somebody else's work, for instance. Because remember, we're using the class blog to share our work and to comment and collaborate with other people and with other classes. So that is the gist of Family Access and Seesaw.